Alright, welcome back everybody to Living the Fantasy. Today we're going over the waiver wire, probably the shittiest one so far. Let's get into it. So quarterbacks, I got Jameis Winston down. He's actually been doing pretty good statistically the last couple weeks. I still hate him. I'm not picking him up. I'd rather lose my fantasy weekend than pick up Jameis Winston. But he's still not a bad pick.
I thought you were going another direction with that, and I got nervous for a second. I was like, "Oh shit, we've lost him."
Nah, I'm not going to ever get Jameis Winston on my roster. It's disgusting. I'm not going to do it to myself. But I mean, he's viable, somewhat. So I don't blame you if you do it. It's an option. It's just not one I'm never going to take.
We won't hate you, but we prefer Daniel Jones, even against the Vikings.
So, anyways, Jared Goff's another guy that's on my waiver wire for a couple of leagues.
Interesting.
He hasn't done that much this year so far, but he hasn't done bad. High teens.
Yeah.
And then last game he actually finally broke the 20 mark. So I mean, he's a fine quarterback.
I've got a few Bakers available, but I'm not scooping up Baker right now. I'm waiting until he turns it around, and then I'll grab him.
Yeah, he's not really doing as much. He's not like a must grab. Jared Goff is almost a must grab at this point. Jacoby Brissett, he's another one. He's doing pretty good each week. I don't know. You just don't feel good starting him and having him on your team, I guess, just because of his name. But he's not bad statistically.
I feel great about him. I'm number one in my points forward league with Jacoby Brissett holding the helm, dog. Yeah. Holding the helm. He is absolutely killing it for me. I got Jacoby Brissett. Got my boy Alvin Kamara. I got James Conner. Delicious. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so you can see he's worth the pickup.
For people like me.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Well, in that league you have to hold two quarterbacks. It's a rule. You have that rule has specifics on what you need to have on your roster, and so I didn't go any quarterbacks. I went all auction, running backs, wide receivers, and then Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. But traditionally, I wouldn't say grab him.
Yeah, I'm not saying grab him. He's not
a top 12 quarterback. He's not really a top 12 quarterback, and the top 12 quarterbacks are the only ones that are really going to be taken in standard format. So
yeah, if you need somebody, he's viable. He could be a streamer for you. I'd take him over Jameis Winston all day, every day.
That's a toss-up for me. That's 50-50.
I mean, I realize that Jameis Winston can outscore him any week, but
I'm going matchups on those.
Yeah, I just
those are toss-up, and I don't like Jameis Winston at all, as a human. So I would prefer to go with Mr. Colt Man himself.
Exactly. Even if the matchup's not right, bro, I'm just not gonna touch Jameis.
Yeah. So
it's like a rule. It's like a fantasy rule. Just don't touch Jameis.
Yeah. It's like you touch Jameis, now you deserve to lose.
Yeah.
It's a poison. You don't want the rest of your team getting poisoned.
Exactly. I go on to the running backs. That's all I have for quarterbacks. Pretty standard stuff. Just stream who you want to stream. Jordan Howard's free on some people's leagues. That one's an interesting one. When he popped off this last week, they finally used him, like everybody's been telling him to do, and so he's probably going to be getting at least half the snaps. So it's just his upside's limited because he's going to be sharing time with Miles Sanders. However, he can still give you a solid 7 points a game at least, generally, I would say. And he does have some upside, if he gets a couple touchdowns, which is possible because
he's Jordan Howard.
He's Jordan Howard. He's more of a goal line back than Miles Sanders is. So if somebody's going to get the touchdown, it's more than likely probably going to be Jordan Howard. So he still has upside. It's just I don't know. It's not 3 touchdown pop off like he did against the Packers upside, but I mean you never know. It's just
there's a time and a place to pick up Jordan Howard. For specifics, I'm dropping Paris Campbell this week because I have a solid lack of running backs and Paris Campbell has not done anything. So Jordan Howard is going to be my 5th running back on that team. But if you have a bunch of running backs already, there's no point in going out and saying, well, I think Jordan Howard's gonna be the next, Adrian Peterson in his prime. That's not gonna happen. So he's gonna be decent. He's gonna get you points, but he's not gonna get you big points every week. So.
Yeah, he's not the man that you have to start every week. It's I need a guy to fill in. If you picked up Rex Burkhead last week, then Jordan Howard would be better than Rex Burkhead, I think, at this point, maybe.
I would agree on that. Yeah. Rex Burkhead, he does well in games where the running back's not supposed to do well.
Yeah.
Every time they go against a really easy run defense, he just shits the bed. So, or they just don't use him. So it's if you see a tough matchup for Rex Burkhead, then just pick him.
If you see that Sonny Michel or James White is injured, then yes, pick him back up and you start him. But he's just as a third string running back, it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's not the business.
So Jordan Howard over him for sure. But yeah, Jordan Howard's not too bad. Just don't go crazy. Ronald Jones is the next one. Ronald Jones has been doing pretty damn good the last couple weeks. I liked him the first week, and then the second week he just took it back seat, and so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm dropping him now. 3 and 4 weeks in, he's kind of consistent now. He's still not a must add like the other guy they got, Peyton Barber. They're still splitting time, kind of just like Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. It's like somebody's gonna go off each week. Who is it? You're not gonna know. You're just picking like the guy you think is gonna go off, and generally it's probably gonna be Ronald Jones more often than not. But like I don't know, it's tough taking a chance on that running back that like if you play him you might get 2 points. So
yeah, because it might ruin your entire week just by playing the wrong guy.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not even just the fact that like you have to choose between these two guys. You're like choosing the Bucks rushing offense, which like just doesn't sound good to begin with.
Isn't good historically, yeah. So
it's
I like Ronald Jones now. Like I'm on the hype, but I'm not like dropping all my stud running backs for him. Like I have good running backs already. I don't need to like be making these crazy moves. So at running back, like there's a very interesting situation in which I will pick a running back up because right now I should be set. So if you're hungry for running backs and you need some, Ronald Jones a free agent, by all means. But like,
well, in this week, that's all you're pretty much gonna get too. So
yeah, it's week what, 5, week 4.
Yeah, so
like, week 4 just ended. So like, unless some random player like goes off and a player gets injured or something, like there's not going to be like a change in like stud running backs.
Yeah. Duke Johnson was on the waiver wire for like one of your leagues. I don't know. I don't even think it's worth a look. Like he got more opportunity this week than Hyde. He got like 8-9 points. So I mean, I guess I don't know. I can't see a world in which I play him. Like I'd rather just take a shot on Ronald Jones. I think Ronald Jones has more upside, and probably even more consistency than Duke Johnson. So
yeah,
I don't know.
There's other guys. I go in other directions than Duke Johnson. Like he's a guy you can plug and play if you want. Like you can just throw him in there like one week and then drop him the next.
Yeah, just hope for the best.
But, yeah, if you have like an injury or something, but like there's no point. Like
yeah, there's just other guys like I'd rather have. I have him in one league and I don't want to drop him because I feel like you can't drop him, but like at the same time I don't want to pick him up. So like I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of players like that for sure. You're like, well, my team's set. He has a position on this team, so like I'm gonna keep him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you were to drop somewhere else, like I ain't buying.
Dude, I just got thinking about the whole Jaylen Samuels thing, and I was like I'm so excited about Jaylen Samuels as a running back because for 2 reasons. One, I think he's really good. 2, James Conner had that hammy injury like all game long, and he just kept going in and out of the game because he had a hammy. And I'm like, if that hammy lingers, if he keeps pushing himself, then Jaylen Samuels is gonna like potentially be the starting running back, which would be a lot of value in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
In addition, though, I would have to drop Adrian Peterson to pick up Jaylen Samuels. And if Adrian Peterson gets a new head coach, do they actually go to the run game like they should? Because there was news that broke this morning that the coach for the Redskins is changing this season and like within the next like week or so. So who knows, man? That's a tough one. I like Jaylen Samuels, so I'm picking up Jaylen Samuels before all these guys that we pretty much stated so far. Maybe not Ronald Jones, but unless I need somebody now, I'm picking up Jaylen Samuels because he has some upside down the stretch.
Yeah, he's got some upside, especially if James Conner gets injured. Still a bad option.
Yeah,
probably
my first
probably
option
like one of the only running backs to look at after. Yeah, there's just limited. You got like these 4 guys, and I don't know. It all just depends on your league, obviously, but like there's not many options available with running backs. Yeah. So you got to take your shots. And Jaylen Samuels could be
one of them shots.
Yeah. So anyways, wide receivers. I put Courtland Sutton back in there.
Courtland Sutton looked good this season so far.
Yeah, I put him in there for like I think week 1 or 2. I put him in there, and then he had a down week, and so like all the hype kind of just instantly died on Courtland Sutton. But then like he came back the next couple of weeks and has done decent.
I don't think he's actually a free agent in any of my leagues, man.
Really?
Yeah, Jarvis is.
No, in the 10-man leagues that I'm in, like there's so many receivers that are free, like Courtland and I don't know, lots of guys are free. Emmanuel Sanders is even free in one of my leagues, and I want to pick him up, but at the same time I don't know who to drop. So, but I don't know. Courtland Sutton's he's an option, man. He's definitely an option. If you need a receiver, like go ahead and pick up Courtland Sutton. I don't hate it at all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I like Courtland Sutton because like how much production he's putting up. Like somebody posted a stat yesterday of like how many yards and like points and all that stuff he's on pace for, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, it's pretty impressive. It's an impressive stat line. I was like, all right. Like,
I mean, future.
like I haven't watched any of his games, but
he was a previous first-round draft pick too, so you know he's got talent just because of that, like alone. And I don't know, watching him play, like he's not bad. You're pretty much just relying on a passing offense from the Broncos, which might not be the best, but like,
yeah,
it's not the worst.
he's on pace for 8 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, and 88 receptions. So like, not a bad season.
Yeah. AJ Brown, he's gone off again. I still
I'm
think
picking him up in one. I'm picking him up in one.
I think about him the exact same way I did previously, and he's just not
Boom or bust.
boom or bust for sure. Like, it's just like the Titans' offense in general is all boom and bust. So I'm just
that's
saying.
why Corey Davis can't be grabbed. That's why AJ Brown can't be grabbed. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm staying away from the whole offense as a whole. I don't like it. It's like a 50-50 chance too. It's not even like a good chance.
Like, there's a reason why most of these guys are free agents.
Yeah. So I'm still
Because
staying
people
away,
don't.
but he is somewhat an option if you want to take that risk. I think a better name to be looking at though right now is Diontae Johnson. So receiver from the Steelers. Juju's not been
that
doing.
40-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Juju hasn't been doing much. He got 3 points for me. I'm sad. I guess Diontae Johnson's like Mason's guy. I don't know. He's been getting some points while Mason's starting.
Yeah.
So that might be worth a look.
Yeah, he had that 40-yard touchdown last night that looked pretty good, and he's pretty fast. So I mean, it's a good option if Mason Rudolph keeps looking his way. But I'm not grabbing him yet.
I'm not grabbing him yet. Yeah, it's an option to like
Keep your eyes on him.
keep your eyes. He's been doing good the last couple weeks. You could
Well,
pick
if
him
you
up.
think about it, most of the guys that we've said keep your eyes on, like in the next coming weeks or whatever, they haven't become anything. So like, if you rush to pick up all these guys that we're talking about every single week, then like you're probably not doing very well, because honestly, like a lot of them don't pan out, and so that's why me and Kyle, we take our time on like grabbing picks and stuff, and doing free agent moves, because we don't want to lose somebody who actually is talented for somebody who is just a one-time thing.
Yeah, I think if he does decent like one more week, then maybe you could say it might be a thing.
Yeah, if you have a guy that's putting up goose eggs every week, then yeah, take a chance, go grab Diontae Johnson. But
Yeah, and it's always
like,
cool to be
if
the
you
early
got
worm, but
yeah, if you got Albert Wilson or something, you don't need him. Like, drop Albert Wilson and go grab somebody. Like, if you got somebody like super deep on your roster, grab him.
yeah.
But-
Another guy I want to bring up just because like fuck it, Cole Beasley. He's not doing bad, man. Like last couple of weeks,
Yeah, he really hasn't.
he's been consistently like 10 points, which isn't the worst. He hasn't
It's
blown
because
up.
Josh
but-
Allen, man.
Yeah.
It's because Josh Allen's such a mobile quarterback, and Cole Beasley's always coming back to the ball and finding his quarterback and stuff. So he's just, because Cole Beasley's a smart player, it's like making it work for Josh Allen.
Like Cole Beasley's floor is like somewhat high, and his ceiling is not super high. But like he's
Yeah.
kind of like that safe like 10 points a game kind of a guy.
Well, he really is 10 points a game, dog. Because he had 13 targets last week, 10 the week before, 4 the week before, sadly, and then 9 in the first week. So
Yeah.
he's had like double-digit targets on like most of the weeks this season.
Yeah, like, and you can see his targets is kind of trending upwards. Like he took a dig for that 4 game, that 1-4, but like he still did good that 4 game, I think, or 4.
And he caught 7 balls against the Patriots.
Yeah, no, he's taking
Patriots, dog.
His targets are going on, man. The stock is rising for him.
Yeah, he's almost. I mean, I've never seen Cole Beasley as a fantasy wide receiver. I've seen him as a utility, like just like get things done wide receiver.
Yeah.
Just get first downs. That's what Cole Beasley's about, is getting first downs. And so he'll win you football games, but not fantasy games. But he's turning into something that you can actually play every week, which is cool.
He's a sneaky play. He's not. I don't know if he's necessarily worth a pickup, but like in a deeper league, fuck it, why not?
So like if you have AJ, like let's say you have AJ Brown and you have Cole Beasley in the Monday night game, and you're like, oh, I need to play one, but you only need 5 points, then Cole Beasley's your fucking guy. All right, you grab Cole Beasley and put him in the game.
Yeah, exactly. AJ Brown, shit, he's get you two.
Shit, if
two
you need
points.
35, I'd go AJ Brown. You're probably not going to get it still, but you have a chance.
Yeah, that's true. You have more of a chance with AJ Brown to get 35 than Cole Beasley, but
Way higher, yeah. So that's my assessment.
That's fair. So anybody else for the receiver column, or are you good?
So I'm also picking up John Ross and D.D. Westbrook, but that's only because the guys that I have there are C.J. Uzomah and Trey Quinn. Trey Quinn didn't do much with Terry McLaurin out this week, and I was really hoping that he would. I actually had to put him in my lineup because of injuries and all that stuff. And C.J. Uzomah, I'm not sure if he's injured or if or if he just hasn't been playing, or like what's going on, or if he's just been sucking. But I'd rather have John Ross on my team and bolster up my wide receiver depth rather than have him on my roster. And then I'm gonna have to go back down to one tight end. So John Ross I really like, but I think he's injured right now too, right?
He might have gotten injured. I don't know. He hasn't done much the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
So
he had like a
kinda
shoulder
sucks,
injury or something in the game, but like I'm not really worried about it. And like right now, literally that team is down to like nothing. So that's why I have to like do these additions. Because I'm actually gonna have D. Westbrook and the other wide receiver that's there. What the hell is his name? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So those are two guys that I'm adding. I just wanted to throw that out there, even though we didn't really mention them. I'm not saying Adam. I'm saying that's who I'm adding. All right.
Okay, well, tight ends.
Let's continue.
I put Jimmy Graham down. So Jimmy Graham, we know who he is. He's gonna get 0 points. He's gonna get 10. So, shoot, he got targeted a decent amount against Philly, which was surprising to me. But he got a touchdown. So he had a really good fantasy weekend. But again, he's that boomer bust kind of tight end. That's gonna possibly get you 0 points half the time. But the one thing I would say though is if Devontae Adams is like out next game, then you can look to start Jimmy Graham, because as soon as Devontae Adams got injured, Aaron Rodgers was looking at Jimmy Graham like constantly. So
Yeah.
So like that's almost a safe play if Devontae Adams is injured. That's why I put that in there. Not to pick him up now, but like to wait and see like if Devontae Adams is not playing, because I'm not sure what the news are on him. Like I think they were hopeful, and like it's not too bad of an injury. So I mean it's a good chance he probably plays against Cowboys. Who knows? But I believe Cowboys is the next matchup. But if he's limited or he's not, I don't know. Jimmy Graham could be worth a look, man. Just watch out for the injury report.
Yeah, that's a solid option for sure.
Yeah, and then Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle are the two other guys from the Colts that are somewhat boom and bust. I feel like one of them is going to boom each week. But
they really are boom or bust, like, in actuality.
They both boomed a little bit this week. Jack Doyle had more targets than Ebron, I think, but Ebron actually scored more. It's pretty close. I think it was like 12 to 11 or some shit.
Yeah, I think Ebron scored more.
Yeah. Ebron's the guy I prefer just because of skill. Like, he's more athletic and he's like more of an elite talent than Jack Doyle.
Oh, wait, this week, Ebron just had a 48-yard touchdown. That was it.
Was that okay? Yeah, because
he didn't do it.
He had like 3 targets or some shit. Like
that's really literally the epitome of boom or bust. He had 1 reception, 48 yards, touchdown.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
But that's kind of what you're getting with Jimmy Graham too, in a sense. Like, he's gonna have that game where he gets 1 touchdown, and it just happens to be like a 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how it's been with Jimmy Graham. So I don't know. These guys are all kind of the same in that sense. You're either gonna get 0 or you're gonna get a touchdown. You just gotta bet on which tight end has a touchdown if you're looking to stream these kind of tight ends.
For sure. I mean, Jimmy Graham had a good week, man. That's worth a pickup for sure. I don't think he's a free agent in most leagues, but if he is,
he's in my leagues.
Well, he is in this one. Yeah. All right. I can grab him for Vernon Davis in this one.
Yeah.
Since I had to play Vernon Davis because Vance McDonald was out last second, and I was like, damn. So I switched it, and then didn't realize Jimmy Graham was healthy.
Yeah, I thought Vernon Davis would do good this week against the Giants, and that's why he was on the start. That's why he was on the waiver wire video last time, because I wanted to start him over George Kittle because of bye weeks, and that was my recommendation. So,
yeah,
I don't know. That sucks.
I actually have one more to add too.
All right.
Chris Herndon, bro. Chris Herndon comes back from a suspension this week.
I think it's next week.
No, it's this week against the Eagles, but that he comes back.
Are you sure? Because it was a 4-game week or suspension, and they got a bye week, so that didn't count.
Oh, are we sure?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because bye weeks don't count.
Let me see real quick. We got to do a little search here.
Chris Herndon, but you could still add him this week. You know?
Because, yeah, that's true.
Because it's like if he doesn't play this week, then you're getting him early, and so when he does go and do something then the week after, you're beating everybody. So it's not a bad look.
Oh yeah, he will be able to return to Jets active roster on Monday, October 7th, following the team's game in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. We wouldn't have played against Philly anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, you can wait another week on him if you want, but if you want to beat everybody to Chris Herndon, because everybody's probably thinking like, oh, let me get Chris Herndon if they have a shit, tight end core.
I might grab him for Vernon Davis in this league just because I don't need Vernon probably if Vance McDonald plays.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll grab Jimmy
It just
Graham.
sucks to be wasting a roster spot on somebody that's not doing much and you can't figure out what they're going to be doing yet.
Yeah, some of my teams are absolutely horrendous, and some of them are the most delicious thing you've ever seen. So it's like injury is just a struggle, man. Injury is abysmal. Dude, oh, and Raquel Armstead got a touchdown this week, right?
Yeah, he got a lot of playing time because they were just running the ball like crazy.
Yeah. How many carries did he get?
I still don't think he's not worth a look. I don't think.
I just like him, man. In dynasty leagues, I have him, so I'm like,
not
yeah. So, and he's probably already taken in your dynasties anyway. But like I just want him to be a viable player at some point. Yeah, 8 attempts, 42 yards. He's definitely not worth a look yet. But I don't know. That's a guy to look out for, bro. Like just like in the background, you'll peek at him through the fences,
maybe.
like
through like multiple.
What you doing over there?
You gotta peek through multiple fences.
Like multiple fences, yeah. There's like a chain link, a picket, and then like Raquel Armstead, picket fence baller.
Well, that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. You know how we do.
All right, and then for kickers. I'm just
I gotta look at my kickers, man. Matt Bryant's been blowing dig for me.
He totally has, bro. For lack of better terms, he totally has.
Stay away from the Falcons, guys. But yeah, that pretty much does it.
Deuces, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment. Give us everything. Give us your feedback. Give us, we want you there. All right. Get into our channel, watch some stuff, and go for it.